Early on a Saturday morning this past August, I woke up excited about the day ahead. The plan was to walk the dog, pack an overnight bag, and by 10 a.m., be headed south on the 2-hour drive to my son's, where I had a chance to take care of his little boys overnight. A rare occurrence. I could not wait. But just a few minutes into the dog walk, I tripped on some buckled asphalt and landed face down on the street. The pain and the bleeding started immediately, and it was quite some time before I could get to my feet again. But I was consumed with only one thought: this will not change my plan. And to that end, I was like an animal in the wild that knows instinctively to hide its injuries from the pack. So though I was bleeding from my forehead, nose, cheeks, lips, arms, hands, and knees, I decided that returning home early would signal weakness. I kept walking. In a short time, I encountered my neighbor Mike, returning from his dog walk. Mike was alarmed that I wasn't going home, so I lied to him and told him I was just going one more block so the dog could poop. What I didn't know was that Mike alerted his wife Amanda, an EMT, to check on me, telling her that I'd be walking by their house in just a minute or two. 45 minutes later, limping and bleeding, I pass by, and Amanda flies out her door. "Annie," she said, "what are you doing? You need to go to urgent care." I told her that I would, but I had no intention of doing so. There was no time for that. A few minutes later, I'm watching my husband struggling to come to grips with what he's seeing. A vulnerable moment for him, so I hit it hard. "Listen," I said, and I said it snotty like that. I didn't break anything, and I'm leaving at 10. I had actually fractured my nose, I learned later, but nothing was going to stop me. At 10 a.m., I'm backing my car out of the garage. At 10:01 a.m., I'm making metal-to-metal contact with the side of my husband's pristinely maintained truck. I did not want to see what I had done, so I kept going. Telling myself, hey, maybe there is or maybe there isn't damage. There was damage. Mercifully, I made it through the metro area without any additional collision-based trauma. But just south of the cities, I pulled into a busy gas station. There was jockeying for pump position, there was horn honking, there was yelling, there was swearing, though I was the only one doing any of those things. Walking into the gas station, I was like Moses parting the sea. People were stepping aside, saying things like, "Holy shit." Every piece of gauze on my face had bled through. I now had 2 black eyes, and my face was swelling to pumpkin size. Soon I was on the road again. But something happened in the next hour of driving. The fog lifted, and I started to feel like myself, and with the help of Advil and ice packs, I was able to take care of my grandsons. I returned home late Sunday, exhausted but happy. But on Monday, my husband told me that our EMT neighbor, Amanda, had come over to talk to him after I had left that day. She said, "Paul, Annie had been standing in the street with blood flowing down her face, holding a bag of dog poop. Apparently, I had looked like Carrie at the prom if Carrie had had a dog." Now, Amanda believed that I had more than likely been in shock, and with that one word, I knew I had been driving while crazy. Now, I am not one who typically makes waves, but on that day I sure did. And there is more than one reason why. Between us, my husband and I had 4 parents, our children's grandparents. And when the last of the 4 left not long ago, it triggered the realization that we now are the generation next to disappear. So given a chance to be with the people I love, I'm going to make that happen. But it can't be by driving while crazy again. I was lucky that I didn't hurt anyone, and that my husband loves me more than his previously perfect truck. And I may never understand why startling those people in the gas station was kind of fun. But it was wrong to drive that day. But still, my heart wasn't completely wrong, because the people that we love, they are worth making waves to be with. Don't you agree? Thank you.
Annie, everyone.